seems as. Internet is for all, no. Internet's for all, okay. Galio coming through again. So great synergy from the Ornn and Galio. We saw that quite a bit. It's going to really help with the knock-up when we see Kha'Zix coming in there. I think we'll see first strike on Kha'Zix more than likely for Trident Gaming. The Corki may possibly have first strike as well. But we're getting that Ziggs again. They love the Ziggs on Abstract Gaming. If they can't get the Varus, they go for the Ziggs. So I'm guessing it's going to be Zeri in the mid lane with Ziggs in the duo. And then final pick is going to be the support pick for Abstracto Gaming. Oh, they go for Rakan. Okay. Zeri mid is kind of... yeah, it's. I reckon it's a trump card. It's got to be some sort of trump card, you know what I mean? Set ban. I mean, the set didn't do as good as support. It was a lot better on Shin-Chan. Much better on Shin-Chan, I have to say. The Twisted Fate. I don't know if that's an actual thing. Is that the German internet playing up again? Endo beat Nox 2-0. Let's see what's going on with this game. So, Forever takes first win. Then Road to Top 1 takes second win. So, they're on the third match as well. So, Corki in the bot lane with the Galio. Twisted Fate in mid against Zeri. Interesting. And then we got Kha'Zix and Ornn going against the Camille and the Aatrox once again. They like their Aatrox pick on Abstract. Zeri in the mid, Ziggs and Rakan in the duo lane. I miss Aatrox solo. You don't see him often in competitive, to be fair. Dun, 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 dun. I don't love Aatrox jungle. Fairs. I mean, Abstract Gaming clearly love their Aatrox in the jungle. They clearly loves it. They loves it. I've got to pause it, by the way, guys. So, this is the time to make the poll. The poll. Let's press that again. This is the last round. This is round 3. So only Abstract or Trident can come out on top of this one. I want to peep their runes, by the way. Stop, Paul. Well, it's a different story of Balamori. It is a different story of Balamori. Right, okay, so I was correct. Not on the Kha'Zix, but I was correct on the Corki. Corki first strike. We're seeing lethal tempo on the Zeri. We get in the glacial augment on Rakan. So, to be fair, between the two teams, I've only seen 2 ruins actually come through as new ones. So, fair play. Will I play him in ranked, but in the pro scene? That's a different story. Oh, correct. But yeah, I mean, the Twisted Fate's a really weird one, but it really helps with if we start to see some like past level 5, some like 2v1 ganks or 3v1 ganks. You can get the Renekton, not Renekton. Why did I say Renekton? Because that was mid last game. The Twisted Fate up to any of those maps. They have Rakan. They already lost the game at draft. Fairs. Very fairs. Very fairs. Obviously, Galio is better in terms of support. But we'll see. We'll see. Without the Volibear, I feel like the Volibear in the past match was one of their vital parts as well. Especially synergizing with the Ornn and the Galio. They still have the Yawn and the Galio, so they still have 2 out of 3 of that synergy. It's just all depending on how Zero Tolerance plays this Kha'Zix. But welcome to the stream, Hesty. Thank you. But yeah, Ziggs with the Zeri. There's no real assassin on the side of Abstract. They've just got to be careful that they don't fall short to, like, Twisted Fate comes from behind with the global ult, with the yellow card, CCs them, and then Renekton, not Renekton, I keep saying Renekton when I'm looking at Kha'Zix. Why? One's purple, one is a lizard. The Kha'Zix can come behind and do some crazy crack damage. That isolation damage as well is always something you got to watch out for when you're going against Kha'Zix. But to be fair, the Camille went really well against the Ornn, especially when they was left alone in their laning phase. The Aatrox once again really popped off in the early game, but it's when all the teams started to build the anti-heal and the armor penetration as well, it all fell apart for the Aatrox. So I feel like if they're going for the Aatrox again, we might see a faster paced Abstract gaming play. If they don't, I think they will lose a long bleeding victory. But we are up in 2 seconds, guys. We get straight back into it. There we go. Let's just refigure this UI, by the way. There we go. And let's get rid of that event. But we saw no kills. So in the first 3 minutes, we saw no kills. Tell Blam how good my Aatrox is. Show me. Show me how good your Aatrox is. Show me that you love me. There we go. Right, yeah, I'm just going to zoom out, by the way, guys. I clearly forgot that part. But yeah, this time around, we got Abstract on the blue side. We got Trident back on the red. Twisted Fate here, almost getting ganked with the Rakan and the Zeri. It's going to be interesting to see how this matchup actually takes place between Zeri and Twisted Fate. You barely see Twisted Fate in these competitive games, to be honest. I don't think I've seen anybody play Twisted Fate at all in ranked anyway. Hein Min Org, welcome to the stream. How's it going with the dancing dinosaur? Thank you very much. Ziggs being left alone to try and outpoke the Corki in bot lane. We're seeing Galio rotate up into the mid lane, by the way. It's too good. It's too good. Oh. 3v2 going on in the mid lane. Possibly. We've got... Oh, Zeri almost poking... unconsciously the Kha'Zix there. Always bad. So what's your in-game name, Danger Hurricane Fire Tribal? I will remember. If I see your in-game name, I'm banning Aatrox straight away. So yeah, I mean, the beginning of the game doesn't look very eventful because we haven't seen any kills, especially within that event timeline with the first 3 minutes. But there is something going on here. Thank you very much, Moo, for the subscription. Thank you for the 2 months, dude. Much appreciated. Absolutely gentle main. But I thought we was going to actually see something pop off there in the Baron lane, but it's still pre-3 minutes, so I pretty much have an idea of what's going to happen. Pre-3 minutes. After 3 minutes, it's literally anybody's game. Twisted Fate looking pretty low, though. Galio's here to give some support. We got the Kha'Zix rotating around to the mid lane as well, giving some presence between river and mid lane. Getting caught out by the plant thing that I always forget the name of. It'll come to me in my sleep tonight, I will guarantee you. But no, I feel like Ornn's, I said this last match, but I feel like Trident Gaming has definitely been a lot more aggressive in the Baron lane compared to their first match. Twisted Fate is still taking a lot of unnecessary damage. The outpoke is crazy on the Zeri. Rakan is back up in the mid lane, giving some assist to the Zeri in mid lane as well. Taunting by taking the fruit off the table. I don't think he's getting it back in time to actually use that fruit, unfortunately. Kha'Zix doing what Kha'Zix does best, just wave clearing, gathering up as much gold as possible. Currently, Aatrox is in the lead with gold. So, out of the junglers, we do have Aatrox actually leading the way. Shin-Chan looking pretty low here. Is first blood going to be for Trident Gaming? You can tell that Kha'Zix is sniffing that first blood, though. He's nearby. He's in the right part of the map to try and get that first kill. But we're seeing Camille go back also. Manamune being built on Corki. Ziggs going for the boot straight away for that magic pen, magic damage. It's really weird seeing that, like, the difference that these new boots have, like, done to the meta. Rather than people going for items, we're seeing a few champions and a few players actually go for boots first. With some of the champions, like this Ziggs. We're seeing the mid and the duo lane rotate in lanes now. 3 seconds till first jungle objectives are up. If it was me, I would be focusing on the Rift Herald over the Ice. Ice Baby is not my sort for dragon when it comes to playing this game. To be fair, Zeri's very aggressive in these lanes. You always seen, like, Twisted Fate back against the wall, back against the turret. And Zeri's always overextending. But there's nobody every down there to try and sort of, like, capitalize on it. You did it again. What did I do again? First blood. There we go. Just as I called it out. Twisted Fate always back against the wall. And he dies. So first blood going to Abstract Gaming this time around. The jungle objectives are now up. Aatrox is on the bottom half of the map. It's looking like Abstract are going to go for the Dragon. And then Trident Gaming are going to make their way for the Rift Herald. And actually making a really easy job of it, to be fair. Bot lane turret almost fallen as well. Just before even Twisted Fate decides to come back. That is nutty. We see the Rift Herald being dropped in the mid lane. Could we possibly see first turret go down in mid? Aatrox is in there. It is a 3v. At 11 health. What? The clutch. The clutch. Later. Oh, Aatrox. Not Aatrox. Kha'Zix going in on a 2v1. Can he get that isolated damage? He does manage to get the damage onto the Camille. So that is a 1-1 even Stevens there. They managed to get the mid turret from Abstract Gaming after the Rift Herald sets it up. But it's looking like Zeri's going to take that dual lane turret for them as well. So even Stevens out the kills on the side of Trident Gaming. But then we see Abstract Gaming absolutely evening and equalizing the turret game for themselves. I'm tripping. I shouldn't trust grass. I told you, Ice thing was part of a song. It was part of a song. That is part of my shtick. Part of my shtick. Making casting cultural. But let's have a look at terms of gold lead. To be fair to Trident Esports, they are ahead ever so slightly by 1k gold difference, which isn't massive when it becomes part of a team difference, but when it's your laning difference, it is a big thing. I mean, Zeri currently ahead by 1 point. I'm calling it 1.5k, 4k, 7k. It's 1 point something k. It's definitely something you don't want to happen to your mid laner there. Maybe the Twisted Fate might have been a bad pick early to mid game, but we'll see. We'll see. 3v3 going on in the Baron lane. It's looking like Abstract Gaming want that second turret. Nice big bomb in there from Ziggs doing damage onto Kingy K. Trying to take out that damage dealer because we know how much damage the Corki can do. But we're seeing the Twisted Fate come up here with the yellow card. Can he catch anybody with it? Not quite. The Aatrox goes down as well. Currently a 2-0 trade for Trident Gaming. So actually clapping back there. We see Camille going in with Hextech Ultimatum. Straight on to the Corki, but still manages to escape because of the Galio ult countering the Hextech Ultimatum. So a 3-0 trade currently for Trident Gaming, putting them in a bigger lead than they were before that team fight. So putting them at steady 2k gold difference, but still no extra turrets been taken. So they're both on 1 turret apiece. We see that Abstract Gaming have the Ice Drake and that Trident Gaming have the Rift Herald. Quick little cheeky look at the builds. Yumu's been built on Aatrox for movement speed and lethality. We're seeing the Manamune and Essence Reeve already being built on Zeri. So Zeri's gold lead has enabled her to be 2 items fully built. Not quite boots yet, but still 2 items fully built here. Aatrox and Camille almost getting a bit of an engage there, but we see top turret fall. Zeri doing her bit. She is the range Jax currently. She is definitely taking turrets. Not quite taking names. She's only on 1 kill. So it is the only kill for Abstract Gaming, but she's taken both turrets for Abstract Gaming as well. So currently ADCing it up in the mid lane. Ziggs currently not having that Rabadon yet, so that damage output for Ziggs' ultimate's not quite there. We're looking for a rotate. Oh, is Rakan going to come and help the Ziggs here? But no, it seems like Trident Gaming have decided to rotate down to the duo lane. 29 seconds on the Mountain Drake. I feel like Trident Gaming's got to set up a really good dragon fight, to be honest. I think they'll need to take out either the Zeri or the Ziggs. Zeri actually wasn't like present in the last dragon fight, to be honest, so we'll see. Mountain Drake's definitely a better dragon to go for, first dragon. So if Trident Gaming manage to get it, it's a great buff for them in terms of armor. Ziggs ult onto the turret, doing a lot of damage onto Corki, but Corki soon gets that health back, so it's a little bit of a null attempt there, but Mountain Drake gets melted by Abstract Gaming, and now we see the Ornn coming in. There is a bit of a split fight in the teams right now. We see Kha'Zix taking out the Rakan, so Rakan is going down. It's currently a 1-1 trade for Abstract Gaming and Trident. It's a double kill for Kha'Zix, taking out the Camille as well. So if there is a person you don't want getting kills, and it's a triple kill for Zero Tolerance here on the Kha'Zix, which is going to put him ahead of the Aatrox now in terms of the gold difference, which is going to be troublesome for Abstract Gaming. Could this be already a written victory for Trident Gaming, taking a 2-1 from Abstract Gaming? We're seeing Zeri going in onto the Corki, taking the kill once again on Corki. So I feel like Zeri's actually like the top pick of this team comp currently. She's probably doing the most out of the entire team, whereas the other teammates aren't doing as much. Yes, Aatrox has got the 2 dragons, but in terms of kills and turrets, we're seeing Zeri doing a lot of contribution. Bit of taunting going on there from the Galio in mid lane, it seems. Are they going to take the taunt? Are they going to take the taunt? No, they're not going to do it. They're too smart. Abstract Gaming is too smart. Ornn getting caught up here from the Aatrox and the Ziggs. Nice shield, though. The shield from the Gargoyle enchant there did him nicely, kept him alive. Zero Tolerance coming in here as well, trying to get that isolation damage onto the Rakan, but missing out that ability. Like I say, yeah, the red team are pinging that Baron lane turret. It is looking ripe for the taking. They're currently still two turrets apiece. They did take duo turret at some point as well. Rift Herald up soon. We got Kha'Zix, we got Galio, and we got Corki all somewhere in the mid lane. Ornn is looking to push this Baron lane turret as well, get some pressure onto Abstract Gaming here to see where they want to be, because most of the times they are spent down here. The presence is definitely on the other half of the map where the turret is going to fall. There we go. Trident Gaming taking a 3-2 in the turret game. They're having some skin in the turret game now. Zeri kind of falling off a little bit here. Can we see Zeri pop off here? Ziggs, massive damage onto the Corki here. So there goes 1 damage output. They need to try and take out the Kha'Zix with the Twisted Fate as well. They are focusing the Kha'Zix with Zeri. Zeri, status onto the Kha'Zix. Can she manage to pick him off? No, because she's rotated her own positioning. It's completely off point here to try and take the Kha'Zix. Unfortunately, Kha'Zix for Abstract Gaming manages to get out alive ever so slightly, but so does the Zeri as well. I honestly feel like this Twisted Fate's definitely been used as sort of like just a scapegoat for Kha'Zix, because if they didn't really have the Twisted Fate and the utility and the mobility of Twisted Fate, they would be an instant sort of like targeting for Kha'Zix. Whereas when Kha'Zix has been targeted. He jumps out. We see Twisted Fate come into the team fight. So it's kind of like a bit of a scapegoat here for Trident Gaming with the Kha'Zix. But there we go. There goes the scapegoat. They've got to try and do something with this Kha'Zix if they want to try and get ahead. Abstract Gaming currently 2k gold ahead. I'm being generous there, saying it's only 2k, but it's more like 3k gold behind. 38 seconds till the Infernal Drake. I feel like there's going to be a big push for this one for Trident Gaming to try and go for the Infernal Drake. I don't think they're going to let Abstract try and take it straight away, but it's all depending on how they're going to set this up. Will they take out the Kha'Zix beforehand? Kha'Zix is looking like, oh, yo, why are you taking my blue for? That is mine. But there's nobody there to help him because the Rakan is there with the Aatrox as well. So the Kha'Zix really can't go in on the 2v1 against those two big champs, especially with the knock-up as well and shielding from the Rakan. But I think Grand Entrance, if we're going to be seeing a team fight here, is going to be used with this next dragon fight. We see Twisted Fate actually having his ult, but he's pretty much already there within the thick of it. It could be a split team fight once again. Trident actually doing a really good job at splitting the team fight. I think that's what's making them win these team fight games, is they're actually successfully splitting the team apart. There we go. Rakan going in with the Proto Belt with the knock-up onto the Twisted Fate. They want Twisted Fate down. Ornn taking a lot of damage, but he's in there to focus. Zeri takes out the Corki. Nicely done. So there goes one damage dealer. Down goes the Ornn. That is your front line. Can they manage to take down the Kha'Zix? Ziggs' ult's already been used. They can't lob that bomb straight onto the Kha'Zix, but that does leave the Infernal Drake wide open. Mid-turret's been taken by minions as well. So as they get this Infernal Drake, they can rotate to the mid lane and take the turret as well, bringing them even Stevens in the turret game. Currently, Rakan taking a lot of damage onto that, but there goes Ziggs' bombs. Great champion at taking these turrets. We're seeing Camille with an attempt to split push, procting that demolish, absolutely demolishing that turret right now. Don't even need a hull breaker to empower those minions, especially with that demolish on Camille. But now we see Ziggs actually having the Rabadon, so seeing that massive damage increase is going to happen now. We're possibly seeing a magic penetration item being built on Ziggs here. We see Camille now actually going back and building the hull breakers, so these split pushes are just going to become a little bit more easier for Shin-Chan in the Baron lane, or the Baron lane of Shin-Chan, because he's not clearly in the Baron lane just yet. It's the first time seeing Shin-Chan actually build hull breakers, so maybe he's taking the Baron role a little bit serious in this last match of the best of 3 currently. We see Corki getting caught out there. Big mistake by King K. Getting caught out by Abstract Gaming. We've got Zeri on the run with the Rakan. We see Galio go down as well. Aatrox is putting some pressure onto the Kha'Zix in that top lane. Whilst we see the Camille looking for a split push to absolutely, possibly even wipe out the remaining part of that duo lane. Ornn taking a lot of damage there. Ooh! Ziggs' ult's not available, but they could possibly go for the Baron Nashor. I think Kha'Zix catching a wind of this, but we've seen Rakan taking a backseat in that bush, deciding to actually not take it there. We see the Kha'Zix trying to preempt going in onto the Rakan. Nice CC status as well. The Ziggs is going to go down to the Baron Nashor, so Baron Nashor actually executes a champion there. That was a big mistake, I think, by Abstract Gaming. But now Kha'Zix is down. There is no smite to contest the Baron Nashor, but I don't think that was their goal initially anyway. Because they've taken out the jungler, they could always go back, start again, go for Elder, go for Baron. But the game is over, so it's hard to say who's going to win this. But I really think because of that real attention that Camille's given to that Baron, the duo lane, sorry, I feel like it's going to be Abstract Gaming taking a 2-1 victory from Trident Gaming, but we could be wrong. We could see some massive plays being done here by Trident Gaming. A lot of damage onto the Zeri, keeping it away from the team fights. Ornn ult going in, trying to save the Galio, but Galio goes down once again. Ornn's ult coming back in. Could have possibly taken out the Zeri if it just had a little bit more of a range. But we're seeing the Elder Dragon here is now up They are currently at a disadvantage. It is a 3-3 trade, but they are down a champion already, so it's 1-0 trade currently on the side of Abstract Gaming. But we're seeing the Aatrox taking presence and precedence here at the Elder Dragon. They need to stop it from going away and resetting, but it has. Could this possibly be a good thing for Trident Gaming? I can't actually change the angle, but we're seeing a big fight. Massive damage from this Ziggs, though. We see loads of damage being melted onto the Twisted Fate, to the Orn, but also Kinky K being forced out of the team fight. Zero tolerance is the... Oh, no, Galio is up. He's just spun back. But that is a 4-1 trade for Abstract Gaming. Will they go for the... They have recon. They really lost the game at draft. I honestly thought you meant that... I thought you meant Abstract Gaming lost the game at draft. My bad. But I was in agree with you at the beginning. Sorry, dude. I just took the wording wrong. But it's looking like Abstract Gaming are going to take a 2-1 victory over Trident Gaming here. They... Oh, no. Galio all going in. I thought they wiped the Galio there. He just disappeared for a second. But down goes the Galio. The minions with the Camille are at the Nexus. And it is a 2-1 victory to Abstract Gaming. Ooh, what a series that has been, to be fair. Cigaretto, I liked it. That was a great match, to be fair. MVP to the Zeri. I called that from the beginning. Zeri was actually doing